Hi everybody, how are we all doing? I hope you're having a good week so far. So today is Thursday the 16th of October 2014, and forgive me for sounding really bad. So I've come all on with flu, cold, whatever, sniffles, cough, sneezes. Yeah, it's not pleasant, so I do apologise if I don't sound my usual self. So here we are anyway, we are reviewing last night's Arrow, Season 3, Episode 2, titled Sara, and well, the title is pretty much self-explanatory. If you saw what happened last week at the end of the Calms episode, you will know, spoiler alert, Sara Lance was killed. We don't know who. There is speculation mounting as to who the killer is. I'm still in the mindset that it is Ra's al Ghul himself. A lot of people seem to think that it's Thea Queen, or Thea Merlin, if that's what we're going to call her now. But no, what would Thea gain from killing Sara, even if she doesn't know that Sara was masquerading as the Canary? Why? And if Merlin wanted to kill Sara, he would have done it already. He would have done it himself already, long before Thea came into the picture. So no, I don't buy that for a second. I still think that it's Ra's al Ghul. So yeah, so this episode obviously takes place after Sarah's death. We see Laurel and Oliver, as well as Felicity, Roy, Diggle, all trying to cope and grieve as best as possible, you know, as they can for the loss of Sara. But Oliver can't grieve. He doesn't want to grieve. He doesn't feel that he has the, you know, he shouldn't be grieving. So he wants to find the killer, and he goes in search of finding who it was that actually killed Sara. We've got a character involved by the name of Komodo, alias Simon Lacroix, or Lacroix, however you spell it or pronounce it, but he's French. I think, you know, he speaks with a French accent anyway. He might be an African French dude, I believe. So they believe that he was the guy that was responsible for killing Sara, but he has an alibi, so kind of exempts him from killing Sara. So they still don't know who killed Sara. At the same time, Ray Palmer is trying his best to get Felicity to work for him at Queen Consolidated now that he owns the company. But obviously with the loss of Sara, Felicity is obviously, she's having a go at Ray. Ray eventually, you know, his emotion changes suddenly, realises that something is definitely going on with Felicity, and you know, he even says to her, look, at the end of the day, yes, I may want you to come and work for me. I may be this bumbling type of brash and forthcoming and quite forceful person, but you know, I can be someone that you can speak to, and you know, if you've got any problems, let me know, this, that and the other. So he does become more sensitive and emphatic and sympathetic as well. So he knows that there's something wrong. Obviously, she doesn't have to tell him now, but yeah. But then she has a change of heart towards the end of the episode, which is good. Roy eventually tells Oliver what's really going on, or what really happened regarding Thea. So remembered at the end of season 2's finale, Unthinkable. Then the interesting thing is, Quentin doesn't know that Sarah's dead. So the Arrow hasn't told him, Laurel hasn't told him either. He deserves to know. He has a right to know. I hope they tell him really soon, because the longer they leave it, the worse it will get. So they really have to tell him very soon. There was a specific scene that I wasn't quite happy about, because I felt it was underwhelming. It was the bike scene where Oliver and Komodo were taking on each other on their bikes, still firing arrows at each other. I just thought it was pointless. It was like jousting with spoons in a sense. So I just thought, yeah, there's not really much going on here, guys. Come on, let's step it up a bit. But it really did feel underwhelming, so I was not happy about it. There was a mention of Amatec, who I know is going to be a company that's going to be featured prominently in the Flash TV series as well. So there was a mention of that company on this episode. Laurel is really starting to get aggressive, as I would like to call it. You know, she's also tracking down the killer of whoever killed Sarah, and she gets a lead with a victim who was also due to be killed by Komodo, and the way that she tries to question this guy, it's like, oh dear, what's happened to Laurel? And the death of Sarah has taken its toll. It took its toll majorly on Felicity, because there's a scene where Felicity and Oliver are talking, and Oliver, he's telling Felicity that she has to get her A game on. Felicity, bless her, she's crying, she's in tears. She's telling Oliver, I can't get my A game because someone has died. Someone who's close to me and you has died. How can you keep a straight face and carry on as if nothing happened? And he's basically saying, because I can't allow myself to be that person. I don't want to grieve, because the second I grieve, it'll be over for everybody else. But Felicity is basically saying, and I said this to myself when I was watching it, I said, and Felicity said, you're human as well. And he is a human being. He is allowed to grieve. He shouldn't stop himself from grieving. He has to give himself closure of what happened to Sarah. But yes, it doesn't mean he should stop looking for her killer. Just give himself a bit of time to grieve, and then off he goes looking for the killer. But the very nice, touching thing was what Diggle did for Laurel and Oliver. Obviously, he and Lila have had their child, a daughter. They haven't named her yet, but then Diggle said that he's decided that he was going to name his daughter Sarah, in memory of Sarah Lance. So I thought that was really, really nice. It's very, very touching. It's a way to carry on Sarah's memory, in the show and such as well. So that was pretty good. Laurel, as I said, she's definitely got a dark side to her, and I reckon it's all from when she first met Huntress last season. So that's really taken it out of her, I tell you. Hong Kong, we need to go back 5 years, because wow, Oliver did something that I did not expect him to do, and it involves a returning character. I'm not going to say who, unless you've watched the episode, but this particular person comes to Hong Kong looking for Oliver, because in the beginning of The Calm, we all saw how Oliver was trying to email his mum. Someone hacked into his email account, figured that, oh, he's alive, this person has come to Hong Kong. However, Oliver has been assigned by Waller to take out this person. When Oliver realises who it is, he's like, no, why me? Why should I do that? This person, no, I can't do it. And then he eventually captures said person, and it's just the way he just resolves it without this person actually knowing who he really is. It's pretty good. So that was like the first sign of Oliver, covering his identity and making sure that he doesn't give away who he really is to this person. So that was quite interesting. I really, really liked it. And then at the end of the episode, we see we're at Corto Maltese, which is going to be the episode, the next episode's title next week. Thea is learning. She's getting very good as well. Merlin is proud. That's all I'm going to say. He's a proud father. So we'll see how everything comes to a head next week. So yeah. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you all very much for watching. Obviously, before I even go, you obviously realise that I'm in a different location now in the flat. I'm actually in my front room, hence this lovely Man of Steel poster behind me as well. I figured it would be better in here. I think the lighting is a lot better as well. So yeah, but I thought change of scenery. Why not in here? This will be a bit much better for everybody as well as myself anyway. But yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye.